I know that I'm not the best singer, and I know I'm not the best dancer, but I'm not interested in that. Yeah, I'm interested in pushing people's buttons.
Is she ever? And Madonna's new movie may be the biggest button pusher of them all. Entertainment Tonight has the story for this Monday, the 6th of May, 1991.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Entertainment Tonight. I'm John Tesh.
And I'm Mary Hart. Well, get ready, America. Here comes Truth or Dare. Madonna starring as Madonna in a role only she could play. A pop superstar living on the edge on tour around the world. Cameras recording her every move. Is it truth? Was it a dare? That's our inside story for today. Truth or Dare has a lot of concert footage in it, but it is definitely not a concert film. And if it has a moment of truth, this is it.
I know that I'm not the best singer, and I know I'm not the best dancer, but I'm not interested in that. Yeah, I'm interested in pushing people's buttons.
And pushing buttons is exactly what Madonna's new film is all about. She insults Warren Beatty and Kevin Costner, bows down to her father, talks about a sex act she had with a former schoolmate, and exposes herself. It's vintage Madonna button pushing.
I'm making this movie because I'm not afraid of the truth. I know people say all kinds of things about me, but they really have no idea all the that really goes on in my life.
Madonna Louise Veronica Ciccone has come a long way from her cheerleading days at this high school outside of Detroit. Her controversial artistic style began a little more than 8 years ago when she first made underwear something you could show in public. Since then, she has turned button pushing into an art form. 1984, Like a Virgin, moms and dads are shocked the kids love the song. 1986, Papa Don't Preach, parents are lectured about judging teen pregnancy. 1989, Like a Prayer, members of the clergy are outraged by the use of sacrilegious images. 1990, Justify My Love, MTV considers the content of the video to be way too hot and refuses to broadcast it. All of those controversial acts, however, pale when compared to the contents of Truth or Dare.
You're sweating and you smell!
The movie Truth or Dare is Madonna's version of the kids' game in which participants are challenged to either tell the truth or accept a dare. In the film, Madonna does both. She lets the ever-present cameras tell the truth about her backstage and offstage life, and she teases her audience with dare after dare.
I hear you because you're beautiful and you're stupid. Can I fill in martini?
Madonna dares her audience to accept her repeatedly exposing herself to the cameras. She dares her audience to accept a put-down of Kevin Costner when she pretends to gag after he calls her concert neat. And she dares her audience to accept a story about sexual experimentation with another girl she went to school with. She appears in a bed with openly gay dancers. She invites one to expose himself. He does. She calls Warren Beatty a wimp, and much worse. She recites a long poem about a bodily function, and she gets excited by a challenge from Canadian police. And even though she's pushing every button in sight, and even though the cameras filming Truth or Dare have trailed her everywhere for months, she seems somehow very lonely and isolated, almost as if someone had not pushed her button.
I'm so desperate.
For what, honey?
For some fun.
Celebrity audiences will see the film tonight in Los Angeles and Wednesday evening in New York. It opens around the country next week.
Well, escapades. So it was no wonder that an invitation to last night's premiere was the hottest ticket in Hollywood.
Madonna! Hey, Madonna! Madonna!
Yes, that's her, the one with the long black hair. Madonna attended the premiere of Truth or Dare in yet another version of herself. The controversial superstar was joined by Valerie Bertinelli, Christian Slater, and Rosanna Arquette. And while she didn't talk to the media last night, in material released by the movie's producers, she says she is sure her film will cause an uproar.
People in middle America think everything I do is shocking, so they'll just find everything in the movie shocking.
Yes, they will. Men kissing, Kevin Costner being put down, Madonna going topless, bowing to her father, romping in bed.
everybody has a preconceived notion of what I am, and since they're all sort of preoccupied about what I'm doing behind the scenes, you know, I'll just give them something that they can really sink their teeth into.
Truth or Dare has plenty for audiences to sink their teeth into, and it's not concert footage. The cameras that followed her everywhere backstage and offstage caught plenty of action for all to see.
I think two men kissing will probably gross a lot of people out in mid-America. I'm happy to be the instigator of that gross out.
There are other controversial scenes of greater and lesser degree in the film, including a bed scene where Madonna dares one of her gay dancers to expose himself. She shrieks with delight when he complies. She dares the audience to believe her claim she had a long-ago sexual relationship with this schoolmate. She accepts a dare to perform a simulated sexual act with a water bottle at a dinner party. It's all on film.
Everyone pressured me to leave just about everything out. In fact, everyone pressured me just to forget the whole thing. Just buy that movie back, put it in a closet, and have someone release it when you're dead.
To make Truth or Dare, Madonna hired a 26-year-old director of rock videos to detail her offstage life during the Blonde Ambition tour. Alec Kashishian started by shooting everything in sight.
In the very beginning, when we weren't sure how things were going to work, I was constantly running ahead of him and his camera crew, getting in my dressing room and then slamming the door and locking it, so he couldn't get in.
Luckily, she's not just like stubborn. You're not usually stubborn and you are initially, like when you first say no.
I just
you
say no
tend
to
to be
everything.
like, no.
Alec, no way.
We talked about this in LA.
About me getting an adjustment. He disobeyed me, and that's why I love him. I wasn't addicted to being filmed. You have to remember that I was annoyed being filmed most of the time. I mean, I did get used to it, but there's a hell of a lot that didn't get filmed, too.
Director Kashishian says otherwise. He claims that almost everything was filmed except business meetings and Madonna's love life, which apparently would not have provided very much footage.
The truth is that I rarely had sex on tour, because who can have sex when all of that is happening around you?
Now, with this quasi-documentary about to fill the nation's movie screens, does Madonna have any second thoughts about putting so much of herself on display?
People said I was insane to let the cameras film everything. They said I'd explode my own myth. I guess there's this unspoken rule that being a star means maintaining a sense of mystery. That. Rules are made to be broken.
Truth or Dare will have its New York premiere tomorrow. The movie will be in theaters around the rest of the country on May the 17th.